guys, welcome to our weekly team call. This one is going to be short and sweet. We are just going to recap a couple of things that went on during the virtual summit that we had in 2020. And if you're not familiar with Summit, just to let you know, it's our annual Beachbody fitness conference, business conference. Every coach in the entire network is invited, whether or not you are, a brand new coach or a 12-year coach. Doesn't matter. Anybody can attend. You don't have to be a certain rank. It's a really cool learning opportunity, and typically it takes place in a different city in the United States. Well, it was planned for New Orleans this year, and then that got canceled, COVID. So they did everything virtually, which I actually kind of liked because you could check things out like at your leisure and you didn't feel stuck or bored or trapped, right, or rushed in like a session that wasn't clicking with you or whatever. So I encourage you guys to check out all of the videos and resources. I'm sure they'll be coming into the online office. They usually are, but I do know that all the videos are up on the Beachbody Champions Facebook page. So you can just go on there, and instead of scrolling back, you can just go to the tab that says videos on the side, and it's all within like the first 2 rows. You can just click and it'll be someone coming on there, and you can kind of tell it's a summit thing. So Summit's a really cool opportunity to learn and grow, and we should definitely take advantage of these resources because you're not learning necessarily from like corporate people. You're learning from people like us that are coaches and that do what we do. They're just wildly successful. So it's important to learn from those people because they were once where we are. So I like to get different perspectives, and a lot of times you'll hear from coaches that you connect with on a personal level, like, oh, that person has the same career that I do, or that person has kids the same age as me, or that person is from the same region of the US or grew up in a small town or whatever. So you know that it doesn't take anybody that's like high and mighty to become a great coach. Anyway, the 2 sessions that really stood out to me and that I really liked, the first one is from this girl. Her name is Micah Folsom. Folsom is her last name, Micah, Micah Folsom. Her husband is actually a former NFL player, turned veterinarian, I think, when he retired. I think he's a vet. I don't know where they live, but I want to say the Midwest, not positive. Her topic was flip the switch on your business. And basically what she talked about was this whole mentality of, if she can, I can. So if you see another coach that's doing it, or you see another coach that's successful or is hitting Success Club or is moving up in the ranks in their business, if they can do it, you can do it, because somehow they figured it out and it wasn't magic, just like in your fitness journey. That's the whole purpose of us sharing our journey with other people that we connect with, is because we want them to think, if she can, I can. It's the exact same in your business. This was a really good one that Micah talked about. She had like 4 major points. I'm not going to go through them with you, but she had 4 major things that she talked about. A lot of times she would talk about different ways of like recruiting coaches or finding coaches. So if that's something that resonates with where you're at in your business, definitely check that out. The other one that I really liked, that I listened to, was by Melissa McAllister, spelled like it sounds, I guess. And she talked all about Success Club. So I think her video is called like Get Serious About Success Club or something like that. I should have wrote it down. She's been in Success Club for like hundreds of months in a row. She's been a coach for like 12 years. She is, if you've ever done PiYo, Melissa is in the PiYo workouts. She has like a dark ponytail and she stands in the back with like Shalene, and then there's like a guy, and then there's the modifier, and then one other person, and sometimes that's Melissa. So anyway, she talked all about Success Club and had 5 like tips to help you hit Success Club continually. The biggest thing that I'm going to share with you that she talked about, the biggest thing that stood out to me, she said there's a difference between inspiring and inviting. And I was like, whoa, this makes perfect sense. She basically talked about the fact that we share our stories, or like share on our stories our workouts, we share our shake, we share our pre-workout, we share our healthy meals, and that's all awesome. But that is not inviting. That is just inspiring other people. Like she said, a lot of times we think, oh, if I do this, people will just message me and say, tell me all about everything that you're doing. She said, while that happens sometimes, that's not the same. You're inspiring people to want to live a healthy lifestyle, but you're not actually reaching out to them and saying, hey, I saw you watched my workouts today. If you ever want more info on what I'm doing, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to share, whatever. So Melissa really talks about different ways to approach hitting Success Club, and a lot of it has to do with how you present that on social media. So even like in conversations and things like that. Really, really helpful. She's been a coach for a really long time. She's very successful, and she's super cool, like normal person. She has kids, I think, that are like in or out of college now. So it's not even like she's, 22 and like whatever. So she's been a coach through a lot of different phases of her life and is still very successful. So I like to learn from her. If you guys have checked out any other videos that you really liked, Heather, I know you said you listened to National Wake Up Call this week. I have not listened to it yet.
I didn't listen. I listened to last week's.
Who was?
Because and I don't remember her name. Hold on. And that sucks. Okay. It was that's weird.
Is it not on there?
No. It's like
probably because you listen to it, and then sometimes when I do that, then it disappears from like the list.
Right. Maybe everything's dying. Everything's dying on me.
That's why I don't have my phone. It's plugged in somewhere in the house.
I need a new one because my phone can't hang anymore. I don't remember her name. But she was talking about just being more authentic and not, just salesy and just making more connections instead of only looking for the sale. Because you will lose inspiration that way, and you get discouraged when you aren't hitting these goals in your head. Like, I just want to get Success Club. Well, you're not really thinking about the people you're helping. You're thinking about the money that you want to make. And yes, by helping people, you eventually make money, but really you're not going to find people that will stick with you if you're not making the connections and being authentic with those people. You'll sign up, or they'll sign up, and then they lose interest, and then you get discouraged, and then it starts all over again, and you have to keep finding that motivation. So instead of focusing on Success Club or a rank advancement, it's more of like focusing on the connection in general. So
yeah, I'm glad that you told me that, because it sounds very, very similar to what Melissa was talking about. So it's awesome that these coaches have the same advice, right? So Melissa said said the same thing, that when you are yourself in your business, there's no wrong way to share what you're doing as long as it feels good to you. Like when it stops feeling good, like, ooh, I don't want to talk about this because it feels gross. That she's like, then don't do that. Then you're not being yourself. If you're just being honest and you're, talking to social media like you would talk to any one of your friends or whatever, then you're doing it right. You don't have to be worried like, oh, am I doing this wrong? if it feels good to you, then do it. So that's good to know that they kind of had a similar message. And Melissa reiterated that Success Club isn't points, it's people. So you can't lose track of, just like you said, it's not a sale, it's a person. And that's something that I've really personally tried to dial into in the last year, is making sure, especially when we have this like big challenge group of people that multiple coaches can put people in, I make an effort every month, like I try and do it between the 1st and the 3rd of the month, to go through everybody in our challenge group that I invited. And you're good. I try to go through our challenge group with everyone that, you know, I am listed as their coach, and I check in, and it's like a blanket email, but it kind of just says, hey, update me on your life. Like, how are things going? I don't want you to feel lost in this challenge group. And I do it once a month, and that's my way of showing these people, I care about you, and I want to know what your goals are, and I want to know what your program is, and I want to know where you're struggling and how I can help you. Does everyone in our challenge group reply? No, absolutely not. I mean, sometimes it's like 25% of people, but I remember, like, people have real lives and they can forget or whatever. But if you make the effort to keep showing up for these people, then they will continue to show up in our challenge group for their own health and fitness and for your business, which is important. When people think about, you know, oh, I had this really great experience in this challenge group with Deja, I don't want to be a coach, but now I have a friend who's wanting to get healthy. I'm going to connect her with Deja because she always checks on me, so I know she'll check on my friend. So you build referrals that way too, by just being a good person and checking in on people, which is a great, you know, cold market resource that you create for yourself by just doing, you know, what a coach does, which is following up with people. Cool. You guys are both going to Summit next year, right?
Yeah, I haven't bought my.
Yeah. I am so, Deja, it'll be just like when Heather went for the first time. I'm always so pumped when people go for the first time, because it's like,
I'm so excited. I was like nervous. I was like, it's something, you know, I didn't even tell my husband about it yet. I just bought the ticket, and I got to be like, I maybe should do it tonight so he doesn't make plans that weekend. But hey, I'm leaving town. Make sure you're not working.
Yeah,
it's summer. But it looks like a lot of fun. And one of my actual personal friends from high school who lives, I don't know, she used to live in town. She lives somewhere around here now, but she went a couple of years ago, and her photos look like she had a friggin' blast.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. And yeah, you get to do so much like team bonding stuff. Plus you learn so much, and you go to like live super trainer workouts, and it's really cool because you're just around people who get it, right? I feel like all the time we talk to people on social media that don't get it. Everybody there gets it. So that's really fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really cool experience.
It's like a cool experience to kind of like not rekindle, but just kind of like, I don't know, even wake up that fire even more to just like, keep plugging away. Yeah, it gets you excited and amped up, and it's a new way to share what we're doing, and, you know,
definitely
get you outside of your living room. It's not just home workouts. It's, you know, much bigger than that.
Especially sharing, like being on your stories while you're there, that people understand that like you partner with this company that's huge and like does stuff like this.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And Heather, you said your new coach, one of your new coaches is going to?
So actually, I have a girl that's going to transfer over to me. I work with her as well, and she's been doing Beachbody. She was on our free info group, Lauren. She's been doing Beachbody for like 4 years, but she doesn't really do anything with her coach. Her coach doesn't really do anything, and she's just been doing the workouts by herself. And so she's honestly been talking to me about it for like a year, maybe, about coaching. Like last year's Summit, she was like, I'm so jealous you're going to Summit. She's like, will you bring me back? Like, you know, they had those like little package things in the store. She's like, will you bring me back one of those? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So this year I was like, okay, sign up. We'll get you to go for free. And she would love to go. And so then that's one person. And then my friend Lindsay, who I also work with, she is all for it. She's like, I'm buying the ticket. I am going. I go, we'll get you it. I go, we are going to work on it. You know, she's like, so that's like the biggest thing. I think the draw is like to like get you to hustle when you're right in the door, is because earning that whole, you know, is like a score.
No, yeah, that's awesome. Plus
focusing on like the numbers and not the person, but it gets you kind of in the zone, I guess, so that you're focusing on more on like what you need to do. You need to do this, but not this, you know, like you just learn faster, I guess.
I think so too. Yeah. The quicker you take action, the more you learn. That's, you know, true with most things. That's awesome. I'm really excited. And yeah, so I looked up that one place that I sent to you guys in St. Louis. My brother and sister-in-law live in St. Louis and my family is from there. So we spent a lot of time. So I also know how far away things are. So like on a map, it looks close, but it is not close. But this place really is. It's like a half a mile. We could walk, we could take a bus, we could like Uber, whatever. But I couldn't even like reserve it yet because it's more than, or it was, I guess you can't reserve a place until it's like 11 months ahead of time or something on Airbnb. So even though it's like a year from now, I couldn't book it yet. So I had to wait. So I even messaged the guy and I was like, tell me about the parking situation. Tell me if you have like a minimum number of nights that like we need to stay. Cause obviously like if the minimum is a week, well, we're not going to stay there for a week. We only need it for like 3 days, you know? So anyway, that at least like has me in conversation with this guy so that hopefully like if it becomes available, he'll just say, hey, if you want to book it, like you can. But anyway, staying in a place like that is really cool, Deja, too, because we did this the last time. And it's nice just to have a place that's not a hotel to like go back and hang out.
I'm
because
excited to see that.
If you're in a hotel, which is fine, a hotel might be like a little cheaper, but you're hanging out on your bed and you're sleeping on your bed and you're eating out for
and you're separated from everybody too. Like you have to like visit each other's rooms and it's like a crowded small room and
bingo. So having a house or something like that is ideal because we can grocery shop, we can do all our meals there, we can all make our shakes there, we can, you know, whatever. People that drive, I think, Heather, did you drive last time?
Yeah.
Okay, so people that drive like bring other stuff like coolers or blenders or like games or whatever. Like that's awesome. I'm gonna fly because I live in freaking Florida, so I'm not driving. I just did that drive from here to and it's not fun. But it's cool to be able to be in that space and have the luxury of, hey, I want to hang out, or hey, I want to go back and take a nap, and like, you know, have your own space for that. So hopefully we'll be doing that. Yay, I'm excited. And yeah, Heather, when you have coaches that are like, I want to go and I want to go for free, there is nothing more motivating than like as their mentor coach to be like, okay, like we're going to help you do that because it's obviously something that you want them to follow through with. And Jamie, I'm bummed for her because she was supposed to go free this year and she'll get her ticket voucher, but like, she worked so hard to like go for free this year and then we didn't have it. So she'll just go for free next year, which is fun too. All right.
Nice mom's trip.
Oh my gosh, for sure. My baby will be the smallest, but I'm going to leave it with my parents. I think I'm going to fly early. So my parents live in Missouri. And so I'll leave it with them and then I'll drive. It's like 4 hours from my parents' house to St. Louis. So I'll just leave the baby and then drive on. So anyways, okay. So Team Cup. I did a call on this. I think I put it in the team page, but if you didn't watch it, quick recap. 5 people on a team. And you do everything the same that you would normally do in your business. Okay. So you're just connect, invite, follow up, try to hit success club, blah, blah, blah. The only difference with a Team Cup month is that you can earn extra prizes on top of what Beachbody already gives you. So also when we sign up, assuming that we all want to be on the same team, which is awesome. And I had you guys tell me for sure that you want to do it. So I'll put something in our message again. But Heather, if your coaches want to be in it, then they can have those other spots, unless you want to make your own team with them, and then we can get more people to be on a team with us. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You just decide it and let me know. But we have to register by the end of July. So I'll take care of that. But anyway, once I sign everyone up, or once you're signed up on a team, so if I'm the team captain and you guys are my team, I just put in your emails and your coach information, and then you get an email from Beachbody that says you're on a team. So you won't have to do anything unless you want to lead your own team, which is totally fine. Then you'll also get 3 promo codes for $10 off for the month of August, which is cool because other people that are not doing Team Cup will not get those promo codes, and you will. You won't get them until the 3rd of August. They'll come via email because you're on a Team Cup team. And they can be used on challenge packs over $140, like a typical promo code. So you earn, like I said, Success Club is all normal, regular, but we also earn Team Cup points as a Team Cup team. Okay, you'll get a weekly email that updates you on like our points and our current rank out of all the teams. So don't feel like you need to write this down, but for every 1 Success Club point that you get, that equals 1 Team Cup point for our team. If you rank advance in the month of August, then that's 3 points for the team, okay? And if you create or you co-admin an active bod group, so like if you guys are coaches within FIT 2020, then you already qualify, which is great. But you create or co-admin a bod group, then you get a point. And you only get 1 point no matter how many groups you have. So it's not like you can open 17 groups and get 17 points. 1 point if you have any groups. And then the only other way that you can earn points is, maybe that was all. Okay, anyway, maybe that was the only ways you can earn points. Each team can only earn a max of 40 points per person. So that's a lot. Anyway, you'll see every week how many points you have individually and then how many points we have as a team. There are things you can earn. There's one individual reward and then other team awards. So it's not just like, oh man, my team didn't hit any of their goals, I don't get anything. That's not true. So if you personally qualify for Success Club 5, you get an MBF tank or t-shirt. That's your prize. If everybody on our team hits Success Club 5 or higher, then we get a Beachbody director chair. So you know like what a director chair looks like, right? So it just has like the Beachbody logo on it. I don't think it says your name or anything, but anyway, they send that to you. And then depending on the region of the team captain. So I wrote this down because the 3 of us are all in different regions. So Florida, is in the southeast. Iowa is in the central region. Deja, you're in
I'm in Massachusetts, so northeast.
That's right. Why did I think it was Pennsylvania? Yeah, you're northeast. So
Don't know.
whoever the team captain is, that's your region. It's not like you're individually in a different region. Anyway, if we are one of the top 4 teams in our region, like for points, so whatever region we end up being in, if we're one of the top 4 teams, then everyone gets AirPods, like Apple AirPods. And then the very, very top team out of everybody, I wrote only 2 teams, and I don't know what that means. Whatever. The top team earns a trip to Summit. Like, they pay for your Summit, they pay for your flight, they pay for your hotel, like all that stuff. You get like a Team Cup jacket. You get a trip to California to Beachbody headquarters, and you get to like tour everything. They put your name on the trophy. You get recognized at Summit. Blah, blah, blah. So I think I said this in the team call that I did, but in my memory, it's almost always a team from Canada that wins Team Cup. Almost always. I don't know why or what it is about Canada, but Team Cup rolls around, and I swear half the time they're always speaking French. So, you know, it could be anybody. It could be any team. But it's just a cool way to push you a little bit more, because it's not just, you're not just relying on yourself. You're like part of a, you know, working toward a team goal or whatever. So anywho, I'll put something in our message on Instagram, like last call for whoever wants to be on Team Cup. We'll just see how many people we get, and then we can, you know, make teams of 5 from there. Because I don't want to reach out to people that I think would do it if we're already going to have a full team. But if we have like 7 people, well, then I'll just reach out to people and get a few more. Or like, I could always put Will, like he's a coach, so I could just put him in a Team Cup team. Well, I'm really Will, but he could be on there, you know, even though he is me. So regardless, that'll be awesome. And it doesn't start till August 1st. And then you have the whole month of August to earn Success Club. But I did make a note that if you rank advance, it has to be by August 27th, because that's the last Thursday of the month. But anyway. All right, any questions? That was kind of a lot. More than I thought. No? All good?
No questions.
Cool beans. All right, you guys are the best. Thanks for making time and hopping on. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Right.
Bye.